Who is the funniest of the cast?
Me.
Yes?
Yeah.
Great. Is she?
I make jokes all the time.
She's hilarious.
And who's your favorite character of the show?
My favorite character?
Yes.
Again, me.
My favorite character in the show is Samira Wiley.
Yeah.
She plays a character called Poussey, and that's my favorite character.
Yeah, and I come up to her all the time making jokes.
She's the funniest, hottest, the best actress.
Great.
Like, do you want me to say a
the
joke
biggest
right
future?
now?
Oh, that'd be great. I would love to hear a joke.
Okay. Natasha, why do you have on a red dress?
Why?
Why?
See? It's like that all day
long.
Yeah.
And Jason, you back me up on this, but you watch this show and it feels like a lot of us are learning about female anatomy from the show. There's a lot of people, characters lecturing each other, teaching each other. Is that fair to say?
Jason. I still don't know what the I'm doing. When it comes to the female anatomy, or
really?
My wife.
How'd you make a baby? How'd you make the baby?
It's not my baby. No.
Oh my God. It's an actor baby.
It's an actor baby. We hired a baby to play my baby.
It's gonna be cray-cray. It's gonna be really cray-cray. I'm interested and scared and excited for everyone to see it.
I'm breaking his other leg.
That's true.
She loves it. I wasn't sure at first. When I first told her I was gonna do the show, I said, "Mommy, guess what? I got a TV show." She said, "You did? What is it called?" And I said, "It's called Orange is the New Black." And she's like, "And who will you be playing?" And I was like, "Well, it's not important."
Now, your character is also a crackhead too, right?
No, I think... No, that's me.
Oh, that's you? Oh, I'm sorry, I got your real life confused with your...
My character is... my character was just a junkie.
A junkie.
I mean, I'm sure she tried crack. What junkie doesn't try crack? But I don't know that a lot of junkies are crackheads.
Okay.
I think a lot of junkies are actually really uptight about it. They're like, I would never do crack. I would just do heroin. Not that I know. I'm just saying this is my... Not that I would ever know. I've ever hung out with people like that. Or anything. But I'm just saying.
Wait, turn the music down. I want Natasha to get this out straight.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so you never done crack.
Listen, I am not ashamed of my past, and it is public record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you never done crack.
Oh, I mean, I never said that. You know what I mean? Now you're just putting words in my mouth.
I'm excited, but I'm mostly excited about having Leah on a screen. Yeah. I feel like I can do things to her, and she can't stop it.
Leah, you're so far, but that's right. If we wanted to, we could play with your face right here.
They had to keep it away from us.
We could pinch your cheeks.
Kick my nose. Done. Done and done. And done.
Give it to the Australian. They'll do anything.
Do you learn prison slang?
I think I learned a little bit.
Is there one that you like the most that you use in your everyday life and someone looks at you and says...
I'll shank you.
I'll shank you?
Yeah. Back off. I'll shank you. Yeah.
What
shank a bitch. Yeah.
Are you talking to a waiter at the time?
Yeah. Shank a bitch. Yeah, why not?
Like, basically, when I go to work, I just shower, often don't. Because that's that famous saying, they can't smell you on TV. It's like, yeah, but if you're like just watching TV, nobody's like, and you can't even scratch and sniff a TV. It's impossible.
And I want to say every black person is not homophobic. Just putting that out there, that's not what I'm trying to say. For the record.
I totally know that you were not trying to say. I thought that's what you meant.
That's what I had to put it out there.
So
I hear you pretend to be from Australia.
I do. I found that, a lot of Australian actors were getting work, and so I thought a really good idea would be to just pretend to be Australian and kind of come in through the back door.
But actually you were from Boston and Brooklyn.
Yes.
No, lies.
Can you just talk gibberish with me for a second?
Oh. Says really, I'm not as young as I used to be. This is like 20 years ago. Yes, go ahead.
Hit a guy, what a guy you to go.
Hit a guy, fit a guy, and this is gibberish. Yeah.
Gibberish. Yeah. I could say, you to go, kid a gum, fit a geet, mit a gee.
Oh, I complete you.
Yeah.
That's so kind of you.
You're welcome.
I have to say, I'm almost like teetering unconcerned, but I'm also pleased to hear it.
I really am a big supporter of Canada.
Well,
Canadians. Canadians! I just said Canada.
Canada is not. You know who said Canada on?
I don't know. That wasn't me.
Earlier in her career on TV, Oprah referred to Canada as Canada. So you're in good company now.
Those scenes are always so technical, especially those scenes when Taylor and I had to like beat each other up because it's like, you know, one time she got cut in the face and there was like blood on her cheek and like it was a whole thing and like because her name tag went up and hit her face.
Actually, I think that scene if you're talking about, like I like scratched myself. Do you remember that?
Did on your forehead? Where did you
No, it was here. Did you? I don't think we were on Siri, but you're. Yes, I got scratched. You can see that. Yeah, it was awful. There was a scene where I had I had to take my shirt off, and there was my prison tag, and so
I remember you talking about. Yes,
yeah,
I
and
remember
I gouged my chin with the tag, and then we had to just add the scar into the rest of the
season.
There was another time where like funny things would happen like that, but
Funny to cut yourself.
Well, no, but we were laughing about it.
Okay.
I mean, doing a sex scene and then your tag cuts your face is kind of funny. We were laughing.
She's wearing my hat. I'm wearing a hat. I'm like really into hats. I'm letting her wear my hat. If this be a symbol of anything, it's a symbol of our friendship. Yes, yes. Leah,
That is very, very kind of you.
I swear I've been looking at that hat from the beginning going, I've seen that hat before. Where do I know that hat? It's Jackie's hat.
This Valeska character, I don't like that she's like getting in on my action. Do you know what I mean? Because I wanted to write a Poussey as my power song. Like, I wanted to write that. It was on my to-do list. And I just never got to it because I was like always at a press junket. You know what I mean? I was like going to Brazil, leaving Brazil, you know? And I was about to make that song. Because I love Samira Wiley so much. I know she just robbed me of that opportunity. And it's messed up and I have to come up with something better.
But it wouldn't have the funk beat, you know?
Well, I was gonna have a crazy funk
She's gonna have a funk beat.
I was gonna have the craziest funk.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it would have been a different kind of lesser funk. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I don't make the funkiest beats.
Didn't you go to a red carpet event where her bodyguard mistook you for a fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I arrived second, I think, after Zoe Saldana, who's also in the film, and I was on the carpet, probably as one of my very first things. You know, big red carpets, and it was in Louisiana, her hometown. All the fans were there, and I was on there, and you heard her arrive because it just. I was like, oh, she's here. So all of a sudden, like extra security comes in, and I get taken down, pummeled, like tackled, pummeled down, like I felt. Oh yeah, like they thought I was like a fan gone loose on the carpet.
You're so fatigued.
Yeah, and I was like, but I'll be in the movie.
Actually, this is the old nun that I was telling you about, Sister Melissa. She was my English teacher, and one day, I love this story, I'm sorry I have to tell it. One day she asked me, asked the entire class to write a poem, and I couldn't be bothered, so I went home, and I was just, bored. So, remember A Horse with No Name?
The song, A Horse with No Name.
Yeah, been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Yeah.
Right, well, I loved that song, and I thought, I'm bored, so I just wrote down the lyrics to A Horse with No Name and turned it in as my poem. And the next
pretty bold, because that's a very famous song. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but she was a 150 million-year-old nun.
Good.
So she was just thinking, she was still thinking about that brat Da Vinci that she taught once.
Right.
I turned it in, and the next day she was handing our papers back and talking about how some of the people were better than other people, and some of these papers are good, and some of these papers are good, but we have one person in the class, who really poured her soul out. You guessed it. Leah Delaria, come to the front of the class and read your poem. Yeah.
So she didn't know, and she loved it.
And she loved it, and she made me go in front of a room of 30 kids who obviously all listened to the radio.
Right.
And I started to read, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
It felt
good to be out of the room. So, of course, the class starts laughing, and this is the best part. She starts screaming at them for laughing at me. What's wrong with you children? What's wrong with you.
Leah's open your heart.
She's opened her heart out. You're laughing her. You heathens. You're going to hell. You're going to hell.